Welcome to Haunted Trail, True Camping Horrors. Tonight, we explore a pervasive fear, the unsettling realization that while you seek solace in the wilderness, you might be trespassing. You're in their domain, a guest in their territory. The wind whispers secrets, shadows conceal stories, and sometimes the forest simply doesn't want you there.
It's a profound shift, Marcus. We imagine ourselves as adventurers, but what if we become the observed? This vulnerability in an environment where you're not at the top of the food chain, or even the most ancient inhabitant, can be truly terrifying. Tonight's story starkly reminds us of that delicate balance and what happens when it's disrupted.
Precisely, Yuki. Our focus is on a case that continues to baffle authorities and haunt campers. The mysterious disappearance of Sarah Jenkins from the remote depths of Redwood National Park. It's a tale twisting nature's beauty into something sinister, leaving more questions than answers about what truly transpired beneath those ancient, towering trees. In summer 2017, Sarah Jenkins, a 28-year-old software engineer, embarked on a solo camping trip. An experienced outdoorswoman, she sought solace amidst Redwood National Park's colossal trees. Sarah chose a secluded spot, far from established campgrounds, desiring absolute solitude. She hiked several miles in, setting up her tent meticulously. What began as a peaceful retreat soon exposed her to nature's unsettling side.
Many seek this profound quiet, escaping modern life. But isolation strips away security. In the wilderness, help is hours away. Sarah understood risks, yet never anticipated the unique horror. Her meticulous tent setup became a fragile sanctuary. This small bubble of civilization, surrounded by an untamed world, amplified any sense of unease or threat she might have felt.
Her first night was peaceful, according to her journal. Silence, starlight. But by the second night, unease crept in. She noted strange rustling beyond normal forest sounds and a persistent feeling of being watched. Her serene retreat quickly morphed. The solitude she craved was now working against her, turning her sanctuary into a place of growing fear and vulnerability.
The psychological impact of isolation cannot be overstated, Marcus. In the profound quiet of the wilderness, every crack of a twig, every rustle of leaves can be amplified. Our minds, wired for survival, start looking for patterns, for threats. When you're alone, that primal vigilance can quickly escalate into paranoia, making it difficult to discern genuine danger from natural forest sounds. But Sarah's entries suggest something more.
They do, Yuki. By the third night, Sarah's journal entries grew distressed. She described the sounds as deliberate, not animal. She wrote, "It feels like something is circling my tent, not a bear, too slow, too quiet, too intelligent." She even detailed a distinct low whisper just outside her tent flap, not words, but a guttural, breathy sound that sent shivers down her spine. Her small tent, once a sanctuary, was now a flimsy barrier.
Imagine that, Marcus. Enclosed in such a small space, knowing something is inches away, unseen, unheard, waiting. The tent fabric suddenly feels utterly inadequate. It's the ultimate invasion of privacy, of her sense of security, her mind. Her final entry, chillingly, read, "Feeling like my tent is a thin membrane between me and something not the trees. I can feel its eyes on me. I'm not alone out here. This is their territory now."
Sarah Jenkins was due to check in with her family on day 5. When she didn't, a worried call went to park rangers. A search party was dispatched to her last known location. What they found deepened the mystery and heightened the terror. Her campsite was eerily intact. Her bright orange tent stood, main zipper wide open. Inside, her sleeping bag was neatly rolled at the foot of the tent.
This diverges from typical disappearances, Marcus. A struggle would leave chaos, an animal attack, obvious signs. But a neatly rolled sleeping bag, an open but not torn tent, untouched personal effects, it paints a picture of someone leaving voluntarily or being taken under very unusual, controlled circumstances. It defies logic. Her backpack was there, packed with food and water. Her car remained in the trailhead lot. Nothing disturbed, yet everything profoundly wrong.
Exactly. The absence of violent evidence is, in itself, unsettling evidence. Where was Sarah? Why leave her tent open, her sleeping bag stowed, and essential supplies if she was merely stepping out? Rangers launched a full-scale search, ground teams, K-9 units, aerial surveys. But the dense redwood canopy made visibility incredibly difficult, hindering their desperate efforts to find any trace of Sarah Jenkins. The search for Sarah Jenkins intensified, becoming one of the largest missing persons operations in Redwood National Park history. Days turned into weeks, with no sign of the young camper. Then, a perplexing discovery was made about half a mile from Sarah's campsite, in a particularly overgrown and seldom traveled section of the forest. A park ranger stumbled upon a single set of bare footprints.
Bare footprints in thick undergrowth are highly unusual. What made them more baffling was their size. They were significantly larger than Sarah's, suggesting a man or a very large individual. The prints led away from the campsite, deep into the densest part of the forest, then abruptly stopped. There were no return prints, no sign of where the person had gone, almost as if they simply vanished into thin air.
Investigators theorized it could be a local recluse or someone intimately familiar with the challenging terrain. But the disappearance without a trace, combined with Sarah's unsettling journal entries, sparked a wave of fear and brought old local folklore back into hushed conversations. Tales of forest dwellers or shadow people who watched travelers and sometimes lured them away. Could Sarah's fear of not the trees have been a chillingly accurate premonition? Despite exhaustive efforts, Sarah Jenkins was never found. Her case remains open, a cold file in the archives of missing persons. There were no definitive suspects, no body, and no credible explanation for her vanishing act. The mysterious footprints offered no further leads. The vastness and ancient mystery of Redwood National Park seemed to simply swallow her whole, leaving behind only unsettling questions and a profound sense of dread.
Her story is a haunting reminder that even in our pursuit of peace and connection with nature, there are places where we are not welcome, territories we don't fully understand. The forest holds its secrets closely. For Sarah, her tent became less of a sanctuary and more of a boundary line, crossed by something unseen, unheard, and ultimately unknowable. It shifts our understanding of what wild truly means.
Indeed, Yuki, the Sarah Jenkins case serves as a chilling cautionary tale for all who venture into the deep wilderness. It forces us to confront the possibility that sometimes the true horror isn't a known predator, but the inexplicable, the unseen presence that reminds us we are merely visitors in an ancient world. It echoes the fear that our small, flimsy tents are no match for the true inhabitants of the territory. The silence of the redwoods still holds Sarah's untold story, a whisper in the wind for those